Golden Boy on ESPN is presented by Tecate. Thursday, June 14th, two-time world title challenger Mercito Gesta from the Philippines takes on Phoenix, Arizona's Roberto Tito Manzanares. Lightweight matchup of Fantasy Springs Resort Casino in Indio, California. Catch it live next Thursday at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific on ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN app.
I guess he's a very aggressive fighter, as you can see with the highlights with Linares. He's very aggressive, good combinations, but his opponent, he's very sneaky southpaw as well. He throws punches whenever his opponent's throwing shots, so he's a good counterpuncher. It's going to be a very exciting, intriguing fight.
Gesta has fought Linares, came up short. Tito Manzanares stepping up in competition. Should be a good one. Check it out next Thursday from Indio, California. And let's go to the tail of the tape for this fight between De La Hoya and Jose Salgado. This is presented by Tecate.
Tail of the tape, Diego De La Hoya, they both have the same reach advantage. Jose Salgado and Diego De La Hoya have the same reach advantage. Just Salgado has more rounds he has a lot more experience than Diego De La Hoya. And Diego De La Hoya only fought 265 days ago, but Jose Salgado, he has a longer setback. He's fought 1 year and 1 month ago.
And
so
he's been wanting to fight. De La Hoya, Salgado, our main event. Our ring announcer ready to bring him in, Mark Fratto.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Turning Stone Resort Casino here in Verona, New York. This is Golden Boy Boxing on ESPN, the Hall of Fame Weekend Edition. Our main event is scheduled for 10 rounds and will be contested for the NABF and WBO NABO Super Bantamweight Championships. It's brought to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Don Chargan and Paco Presents. And presented by Tecate, the official beer of boxing, and Hennessy, never stop, never settle. The main event is sanctioned by the United Nations Boxing Commission. The commissioner is Dan Gustafson. It's also sanctioned by the North American Boxing Federation. The president is Craig Hubble. Joining us ringside is supervisor Rex Walker. And it's sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization. The president is Francisco Paco Valcarcel. The supervisor in the ring is John Duggan, Esquire. The judges for our main event, Don Ackerman, Glenn Feldman, and Don Trella. Controlling the action at the sound of the bell, championship veteran referee, Mark Nelson. And now, live from Turning Stone here in Verona, New York, 10 rounds for the NABF and NABO Super Bantamweight Championships. Ladies and gentlemen, it's go time! Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in at 122 pounds even. His veteran, impressive professional record consists of 35 victories, 4 defeats, and 2 draws, 28 big wins by way of knockout. Wearing black and gold, and hailing from Cozumel, Quintana Roo, Mexico. He's the former WBC Youth and NABF Super Flyweight Champion, World Title Challenger, Jose Sugar Salgado. Across the ring, his undefeated opponent, the reigning and defending champion out of the red corner. He weighed in at an even and ready 122 pounds. As a professional, he is undefeated with 20 bouts, 20 victories, 9 wins coming by way of knockout. Wearing black, red, gold, and green, and representing Mexicali, Mexico. He's the former WBC Youth title holder, now the reigning and defending NABF and NABO Super Bantamweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Diego De La Hoya.
Diego, please. Gentlemen, you received my instructions earlier. You both know what I expect. A good, clean fight, obey my commands, and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Mark Nelson, the third man in the ring. We are ready to go. Our main event, 10 rounds in the super bantamweight division. Diego De La Hoya,
Back up.
although Mexicali, Mexico,
Okay,
right on the
here we
border.
go.
Undefeated, perfect 20-0, 9 KOs. And Jose Salgado comes out aggressive right away with the black and gold.
Keep your head up.
This fight was supposed to have been made in December on ESPN. It was supposed to be the main event. Diego came in 4.5 pounds over. Salgado was so upset with De La Hoya and everybody else that he even got on the scale and told everybody, look, I'm on weight, I did my job. And he's been chirping in the Mexican press ever since. They were supposed to fight in May, but that fight got pushed back. It was supposed to be on the Canelo undercard, and there was no Canelo fight. And here we are on Hall of Fame weekend. Salgado, with a record of 35-4-2. He's 28 years old. But Jojo, I got the impression from him in the meetings that he has no respect for Diego's record.
No, he doesn't. And you can see right in the get-go, he tried to shoot a vicious hook to hurt and stun Diego De La Hoya right in the opening bell. So he's game and he's solid. He's ready to pull the upset. You can see in his eye, in his demeanor, that he's well prepared and he's ready to go and give Diego De La Hoya a hell of a fight.
De La Hoya turned pro in 2013. Landed strong right hand. He is the first cousin of Oscar De La Hoya.
Listen to my break, okay? Obey break.
Diego's
Okay?
father and Oscar's father are brothers.
I love how Diego was still keeping his composure. He didn't let the aggression of Salgado get to him. He's still keeping his composure, fighting his game plan, establishing the jab, jabbing to the body, picking the shots, and landing effective shots. Good combinations on the inside as well. So he's very calm and he's showing very patience for his age, and not only his age, but he's showing very veteran skills.
De La Hoya, 23 years old. He said he's known that he's had a bull's on his back ever since he started as an amateur because of the last name. But at times he used to tell people, no, I'm not related. And like, you know, he just owned it. Every single one of his fights has been on TV. Of course, it helped me on the beginning, but if you don't perform, they're not going to bring you on. Fought on pay-per-views, same card as you.
Yeah, so he's been on big stages before, so it's nothing new to him. He's calm, he's relaxed, keeping his composure. He's fighting a veteran in the ring, but Diego De La Hoya, he's showing his patience, he's showing his experience, all the amateur fights that he's fought and all the experience that he's fought as a professional fighter. He's showing that tonight, and he's establishing the jab, picking the shots, and winning this round.
Blood from the nose of Jose Salgado here in the first round. Diego De La Hoya in the black. Strong opening round in our main event on Hall of Fame weekend. Turning Stone Resort Casino in Verona, New York.
Dieguito. ¿Ya lo sentiste, ah? Ok. El problema que estás haciendo es que te estás jalando muy recto, mijo. Eso no quiero. No quiero que te jales recto para atrás. La cubeta roja la ocupo para escupir. Toma agua. Ok. Diego, tienes que ser más constante con tu movimiento, mijo. Estás muy recto. Ahí escupe, ¿eh? Aquí escupe. Toma. No te hagas mucha confianza, ¿eh? No te hagas. Todo el tiempo cerradito, porque él está aventando unos pinches volados. Nomás, tú puro tirapiedra al cabrón. ¿Ok? Lo quiero siempre cruzadito. Picale arriba, picale abajo, las pintas que no falten. Cada vez que le tiras arriba con el ope, lo conectas. El volado a derecha, si quieres acabarlo, acomódame el llave abajo y el volado arriba. Pero con finta.
Up,
Vamos.
down, and the overhand
All the way
right,
back
go
here.
after him. Joel Diaz, el rey de la maldita pobreza en Coachella, is Diego's trainer. Was telling them before that, don't get overconfident. Keep your hands up. You have to go up and down with him. Then he repeated again, don't get overconfident.
Yeah, you can't get overconfident with experienced opponents just like Salgado, because Salgado, he's still game. He's been there. He's done that. So he's seen a lot, and he's seen everything inside the ring. So you still can't be overconfident, because Salgado could land an effective shot still, because it's very powerful as well.
And Salgado at the end of the first round gave a little woo like he was Ric Flair. Like, you didn't do nothing to me.
Ric Flair drip.
Right hand from De La Hoya. Diego, actually for this fight, was half a pound over. But he went to the bathroom, dropped that pound. So Salgado was chirping again yesterday at the weigh-in. It was right on the line at 122. Diego has never had that chiseled, rocked up body, but he's a solid fighter.
Yes, he is. He's very solid, and he's very strong. I like how he's fighting this fight. I thought he was going to box a little more and be fighting on the outside, but he's banging in there with Salgado. He's fighting on the inside. He's landing effective body blows and landing good combinations on the inside. He knows that Salgado is a little longer and a little rangier and a little slower than him, so he's taking those risks, and he's fighting on the inside because he knows that he could land those combinations on there, because Salgado is slower than him.
Yeah, Diego doesn't like doing interviews. English, he doesn't speak English. He understands it. He doesn't like doing interviews in Spanish. He doesn't like talking in general. He just likes fighting. And yeah, I've known him his entire pro career, and I even asked him, like, look, you can speak English today. He gives me that glare, especially when he's hungry. And you picked up on it yesterday. You're like, is he always like that? Yeah, he's always like that. There's a word in Spanish, bravo, where he's like just salty, you know? Like, don't mess with him. And I was asking Joel Diaz about that. Like, you know, when he's 19, usually guys are like so happy to be doing interviews, all on TV. Diego was like, no, get out of here. All he wants to do is fight.
He's just here to do his job, get the job done, and then go home to his family and just go back to the drawing board and get the next fight.
He doesn't run his social media. His family does it for him. Good hook from De La Hoya.
Yeah, Diego, he's throwing some good combinations, but then he does that pull hook because he knows that Salgado is going to try to open up and land a counter shot. So he throws a combination to the body, then he steps back with that pull hook and he lands it.
Don't punch.
Salgado leaning in with his head, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's leaning in because he's kind of getting desperate now.
Yeah, there was a clash.
It was a clash of heads.
Okay,
Accidental headbutt.
Stay there. You good? Okay.
Salgado
Time
cut
in.
over the right eyebrow, and Diego goes right at that spot where it's cut.
Ooh, good hook.
Another good hook from Diego.
Good check.
Another hook from Diego. Salgado puts his hands up like, tráelo, dámelo. Well, he's getting it from Diego De La Hoya. Good round to the Cachanilla De La Hoya against Salgado in New York.
Nice.
It's okay, baby.
Pound for pound elite Terrence Bud Crawford
Drops him again. It's all over.
takes on undefeated champion Jeff Horn.
Moment of the fight for Jeff Horn. Manny Pacquiao has been upset.
Live from Las Vegas, Saturday, 9:30 Eastern on ESPN+.
Horn's WBO welterweight title on the line. Bud Crawford 32-0, 23 KOs. Horn 18-0-1 with 12
Back up.
KOs. Check that out exclusively on ESPN+. Third round of action in our main event, scheduled for 10. Beto Duran, Joseph Diaz Jr., 126-pound contender. And our colleague from ESPN Deportes, Jessica Rosales, dropping off a note saying Salgado's corner told him, attack the body of Diego De La Hoya.
Yeah, you got to attack the body, especially with the faster fighter in there and a more slicker fighter. You got to break him down by throwing some body shots and make him slower in there, because right now Diego is the faster fighter. He's fighting on the inside, and he's landing good combinations on the inside because he is a faster fighter, and he could tee off and land those good combinations on the inside. Salgado, he tends to open up a little too much, and he gets caught with those hooks and body shots on the inside.
In that fight that was scheduled in December, De La Hoya did not want to fight. He beat Randy Caballero easily on Canelo Triple G night. That was in September. He told Joel Diaz's trainer, I'm done for the year. I have a newborn son, Diego Jr. I just want to go home and rest. It was his 4th fight of the year. His dad called Golden Boy and said, hey, get him another one in Indio, which is about an hour away from where he lives in Mexicali. Everybody around him agreed to the fight except the fighter. So Diego did not want to fight, was going through the motions in camp, had no chance of making the weight, and that, I think, also opened up some eyes of Diego taking control of his career, because yesterday in the meeting, he pointed fingers at everybody about this.
He did, because he is the fighter and he didn't want to fight. His team wanted it. That's why he didn't make the weight, because he really didn't really want to fight. He said that he wanted to take a break, go on vacation, spend time with his family. And I understand that. When you're a fighter and you're not happy, you're really not that into training. So it all showed when Diego De La Hoya didn't make weight, and he's still fighting the same opponent. He made weight, and he's looking very sharp to me.
He looks determined right now. He's staying nice and compact as De La Hoya. As Salgado's face is starting to bleed. Check hook from De La Hoya. Salgado's like, come on, put the hands up.
Salgado's getting hit with some good combinations. It's because he's a lot slower than Diego De La Hoya. So whenever he opens up, Diego De La Hoya just lands his good counter shots and lands whenever Salgado tries to open up. He's taking all of his offense. Good hooks.
It's a left hook. And Salgado is in there running his mouth, but not throwing his hands.
He's throwing his hands, but he's not being effective at all. He's trying to throw some body shots, trying to throw those little pitter-patter shots on top, but he's not being effective at all towards De La Hoya because, like I said, he can't deliver any power shots anymore. Now he's trying to focus on speed because he knows that he's a lot slower, so he's trying to throw those fast shots, pitter-patter shots, and not be effective anymore.
Another solid round for De La Hoya in our main event in New York.
Getting comfortable.
Ok, tú lávale el mouthpiece. Dame la botella de agua. La botella de agua. Nomás el puro inso. Nomás el puro. No quiero cotonete. Puro inso. Puro inso. Puro inso. Este. Volada, mijo. Está perdiendo tiempo. Toma, lávale esa madre. Ok, Dieguito. ¿Cómo andas? Todo lo que le tiras, le pegas, güey. Ok. Nomás tienes que ser poquito más sentadito tus golpes, ok. Más sentadito.
And let's go into the corner for the Hennessy Never Stop, Never Settle corner cam as Joel Diaz is applying the inch swell to the right eye of Diego De La Hoya.
Bien, bien. Así te quiero, ocupadito.
Good, that's how I like you.
Todo lo que le tiras, estás pegando, Diego. Todo lo que le tiras, estás pegando.
Everything you're throwing, you're hitting.
Okay?
Keep your distance.
Va. Vamos.
Let's go.
Go. Fuera todos, va.
Indio Boys and Girls Clubs where they work out of, JoJo.
Yeah, some of the action. See, Salgado was just trying to open up, trying to throw those pitter-patter shots, but Diego, he has a good guard, keeping his guard up high and landing effective counter shots, as you can see with that hook, and then being aggressive, landing a good right hand.
In that gym that Joel Diaz, and along with his brother Antonio Diaz, run, you have some champions. You have Lucas Matisse, not that Diego's sparring him, but you have good up-and-comers that are doing work and quality, because it's more of an environment where they run together, they live together, they work together. So Monday through Friday, Diego's in the camp house with these guys, and on weekends he goes to Mexicali, about an hour south of where he's at in Indio, and gets that family time. But when you come back, you're sacrificing that. Right? A camp life is so difficult.
Camp life is very difficult, especially when you're in camp with like the Joel Diaz and them, because you know that you got to stay away from your family, you got to stay away from your child, your girlfriend or your wife, and you just got to focus on the job at task, and that's fighting and getting ready for your opponent.
Salgado's asking for it. Diego's bringing it. Salgado, the last time he was in a fight in the United States, he lost to Francisco Gallo.
Listen
a
to
split
the break,
decision
okay?
in 10
That's
rounds.
the last time. Obey my command, okay? Here we go.
Mark Nelson warning Salgado. And Gallo is a journeyman. You're not supposed to lose to that guy. And there was another fight that we don't know if it was sanctioned or not that he had in January in Cozumel, which is where Salgado is from. So he's been active, but you know, before that, 2 years ago, he fought Sor Rungbisai back at 115 pounds. That was in Thailand. So he's fought those quality of opponents, but then that's got to be also opening when you're like, wait a minute, he's losing to a journeyman.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because he is getting older and his body is not performing like how he was when he was younger. So you got to have different preparations. You can't train like how you were when you were 21, 22, 23 years old when you were a young guy. You can't because your body can't take it. You got to start training more smarter in there and being more relaxed and just being smarter in your training and your preparation. Right now, he's still head hunting. His corner set to dig to the body, and that's a key factor that you need to do to beat a faster, more slick and hungrier fighter. You got to break him down with some body shots, but he's just trying to throw headshots and trying to knock out Diego De La Hoya. But Diego De La Hoya, he's taking his punches, and he knows that his punches are not hurting him at all. So he's taking full advantage, fighting on the inside and landing good combinations.
Salgado's just wild, huh?
Very wild, very unorthodox. Right now, he's just swinging just to swing. I feel like there's no game plan going into this fight anymore.
Well, there might have been one.
Yes.
And he caught him right. Oh, no, referee's going to rule it as a slip. And that'll do it for the round.
No knockdown, Glenn. No. No knockdown. No, he tripped. He tripped. Thank you. Okay, no knockdown. He tripped.
Salgado landed a good right hand on Diego De La Hoya, but Diego De La Hoya stepped in, threw a shot, but it was called a slip because no punch effectively landed on Salgado.
Mark Nelson right on top of it. 5th round of action. Beto Duran, Joseph Diaz Jr. Hall of Fame weekend. We're at the Turning Stone Resort Casino, Verona, New York. And now there's some blood from the left eyebrow of Jose Salgado. Accidental headbutt got him on the right eyebrow. Now he's bleeding from the left. And he is still chirping in there. You figure eventually you shut up, right?
Yeah, he's a Mexican fighter, man, talking a lot of shit, and he's just having fun in there. I mean, it looks like he's enjoying what he's doing, but none of that's getting to Diego De La Hoya. You got to realize that none of that talking, that smack talking in there is getting to your opponent, so you should just stay quiet and focus on winning.
Well, Diego has that face, it's like a poker player. He's never going to show different kind of emotions. He stays that way.
Yeah, he does. He has a poker face, Diego De La Hoya. He don't show his emotions at all, so you don't know whenever he's hurt or whenever he's very excited or anxious in there. He has a very good poker face, so it's hard when you're his opponent because you don't know when you ever hurt Diego De La Hoya.
See him boxing, putting the combinations together, and the question of Diego De La Hoya, he only has 9 KOs, is does he have power? Can he develop it? You know, they say boxers are born, or punchers are born, right? I mean, you're hearing some of that in your own career. Yeah. You don't have the punching power.
Exactly, yeah. A lot of people say that I didn't have the punching power, and they're saying that with Diego De La Hoya. So I know that Diego De La Hoya and his camp is working on that. He's looking strong tonight. He's breaking down his opponent. He hasn't hurt his opponent with any clean shots, but he's still looking very strong in there, fighting on the inside and breaking down his opponent mentally and physically.
That's what it is, the mental part of what De La Hoya does to you also.
Yes, it is, because his opponent is talking a lot of smack, but that's all just getting into his head. Diego De La Hoya is getting into his head by landing good combinations and getting him off the game plan, and that game plan is fighting and coming out victorious.
His last fight against Randy Caballero was exactly this. Diego staying focused, locked in, winning every single round, controlling from the opening bell. Overhand right from De La Hoya, who likes to spar bigger guys. Sparred Golden Boy prospects Oscar Duarte and Nino Lopez, who fight at 135. And now you see the toll is taking on Salgado, breathing heavy.
Good right
Eats a big right, does Salgado. Bleeding from both eyes, bleeding from the mouth. He's game.
See how Salgado's landing some good body shots now. He's making Diego stay in there and fight on the inside. He's breaking Diego down a little bit while he's trying to break Diego down, but Diego is still landing giving the better exchanges and landing effective blows. He's fighting a good fight, boxing and fighting on the inside. He's looking good.
De La Hoya looking good. Another good 1-2 against the face of Salgado.
Necesito que te pongas la pila. Eso que estás haciendo de recibir golpes no es nada bueno, cabrón, no mames. ¿Para qué chingados quieres estar recibiendo tanto pinche golpe? Cuéntame. Todos los pinches golpes los estás cachando, chingada madre. ¿Sabes boxear? ¿Sabes hacerlo? ¿Qué? Estás tirando, cabrón, no tira golpe. ¿Por qué no tiras pinche golpe? ¿Qué te pasa? Te pones la puta pelea, si no. Necesito que te pongas bien pinche padrote.
And let's go into the corner for the Hennessy Never Stop, Never Settle corner cam, as his trainer Ernesto Garcia and his dad Jose Salgado Sr. are just ripping into the fighter. I mean, I'm not going to translate exactly what you're saying, but every single bad word in Spanish was used. Ponte las pilas, basically lock in and focus. Garcia told him, why are you standing there letting him hit you? Box. You're not boxing. You're eating all the punches.
Yeah, but the thing is, he can't box Diego De La Hoya because Diego De La Hoya is a faster fighter and more slick fighter. So the game plan Salgado should be doing is digging to the body, landing effective body shots and breaking down Diego De La Hoya. You're not going to be able to outbox Diego De La Hoya because he is the younger, slicker, faster fighter. So if you try to box him, you're going to get hurt. You're going to lose the fight. So you have to be a little more rugged in there, breaking him down by landing some vicious body blows.
Sounded like every little Mexican kid when you got in trouble and then you come home and your dad is just scolding you. You're like, man, that's what it was like in the corner for Salgado right now. Some of those words get lost in translation, George. I'll save it for you.
All right, sounds good.
6th round of action. De La Hoya controlling this. Diego De La Hoya knows that he can do some damage in 122-pound division. That's what he tells himself. That's what his corner believes in. And that division, you have the Mexican in Ray Vargas, who might as well be 10 feet tall the way that he stands. There's Isaac Dogbo with a belt. So not saying Diego can go up and fight them next, but he's not that far away, right?
No, he ain't. No, he has the skills to compete with these elite fighters and these elite champions. He's very slick in there, very fast. Knows how to adjust to his fighter and his opponent. He knows how to box and he knows how to bang on the inside. So I like to see him fight for a world title. Not if it's not his next fight, the fight after that for sure.
Solid right from De La Hoya. Sugar, the nickname of Salgado, the nickname his dad used to use when his dad would fight in San Diego in the 80s.
Those body shots look like they're hurting Salgado a little
Yeah,
more
they
now.
are.
Starting to pick him apart. Diego's starting to throw a lot more body shots. You can tell that those shots are effective now.
Salgado has to talk this round.
He hasn't, yeah, because now he knows, man. He's hurt.
You hear Joel Diaz in the corner, double jab, Diego, double jab. Keep coming at him. Diego managed by Joel De La Hoya, which is Oscar's brother. And Joel's wife, Esther, actually bedazzled the shoes that he's wearing, those Everlast that Diego has on.
Yeah, I seen those. I was like, damn, they're pretty fancy.
Yeah, so it's a family affair. Solid jab from De La Hoya, 10 seconds to go. A completely one-sided match between Diego De La Hoya and Jose Salgado, who's not talking anymore.
Time. Okay.
Yeah. 2018 International Boxing Hall of Fame. Winky Wright, St. Petersburg, Florida. Eric Morales, El Terrible out of Tijuana, Mexico. And the Mayor Kiev, Ukraine, the heavyweight champ, Vitaly Klitschko. Those are the boxers going in. The contributors this weekend, Steve Albert, longtime play-by-play voice. Jim Gray, who's always in the ring mixing it up. Peter Cole, promoter. And the late Lorraine Chardrin. Her husband in the crowd, Don Chardrin. Next to Golden Boy President Eric Gomez and matchmaker Roberto Diaz. Just turned 90. War a week. Don Chardrin used to put on great fights all over the state of California. And he's a man that actually spoke with Eric Gomez today. Don taught me what it's like to be a matchmaker and also just to be a businessman in the sport of boxing. Congratulations to all those going in. Diego De La Hoya, his first cousin Oscar, was inducted a few years ago. Oscar not here this weekend, but De La Hoya putting on a show as he's completely controlled this fight from the opening bell against Jose Salgado.
And it looks like his conditioning is doing very well too. You can tell that Diego De La Hoya is not fatigued at all. You can see Salgado getting a little more fatigued, a little more slower than he already was. And Diego De La Hoya, he's very strong in there still, very sharp. He's looking good.
Now you've been on the same cards as Diego a lot of your career, right? Even when you guys were starting off in the club shows at the Belasco. Do you even know Diego?
I don't know him like that because, I mean, we can't talk to each other because he don't speak English and I don't speak Spanish, so.
Oh, you're getting better. I heard you got a tutor, man.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, poquito. Poquito.
Despacito, amigo.
Yeah, but I mean, I witnessed Diego De La Hoya growing up in his whole career, so it's exciting to see him improve as well.
You see the punch count. It's close in percentage-wise, but Diego obviously landing the bigger shots.
Break, stop.
So you don't know him personally, just hola, ¿cómo estás? That's about it.
Yeah, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, bien, y tú, that little stuff.
But you guys have been on you fought on pay-per-views together.
Yeah, we fought on pay-per-view. We fought on the Belasco cards together, so, I mean, we see each other a lot.
But you guys fought Canelo Triple G.
Canelo Triple G, and then we also fought on the Canelo, I think, Leon Smith.
Oh,
as well.
in Cowboy Stadium.
Yeah, Cowboy Stadium.
And you're usually after him, right?
Yeah, I'm after him. I was the co-main event on the Canelo Triple G card, and he was the fight before that. So.
All right, so you said though in our opening that you actually watched the fight?
Yeah, I watched it in the locker room. I mean, I was getting ready for my fight, but I like to stay relaxed and I like enjoying watching the other fights too, because I am a fight fan as well. So I like watching the fights, and I seen that he was fighting a tough fighter, Randy Caballero, one of my friends as well. So I was excited to see that matchup.
Now you're a fighter. You went to the Olympics. Diego has the last name. So when coming up, everybody has you guys as targets. How do you go into a fight like that?
Just going into a fight as targets. What do you mean,
like all the time, right? It doesn't matter from your opening fight to everybody's trying to make a name off of you guys.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so everybody is trying to. We're basically targets because I am an Olympian and he is also is a family. So you just got to realize that all these opponents are going to come 100%. So you got to be 100% as well, and you can't take anybody lightly.
You got to keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
Te metas. Gancho arriba y gancho abajo. Te está funcionando.
Diego De La Hoya, he's landing some good combinations, good right hands. Being the aggressor in there, he knows that he has his opponent tired already and fatigued. So he's just landing, he's just enjoying himself, having fun in there, landing good combinations, vicious uppercuts, sneaky uppercuts as well, and just having fun tonight.
No mas, you don't want to come out.
And that's it. Salgado's corner has stopped it. As Salgado does not want to come out for the next round.
Good choice. Good decision.
It was a matter of time. Never went down, but the punishment that Diego De La Hoya was putting on Salgado, and his corner decides to stop it between rounds.